My name's Dave Alexander and I work for Specialized here in the UK. My department that I work for is SBCU, and that's a great opportunity for me to indulge my passion in bikes and talking about bikes and riding bikes as well. From June 23rd to July 15th this year, I will be riding my bike on the Tour de Force, which is an event that follows the exact route of the Tour de France, albeit not at quite the same pace as what the pros will be doing, but it still is 20 days, averaging around 200 kilometers a day, which, as much as I like riding my bike, will still be pretty brutal. But it's all in aid of a great charity, which is the William Waits Memorial Trust. So I've worked at Specialized now for just coming up 6 years, and for 4 years of that it's actually been in SBCU, which is a great department with a lot of diverse activities, one of them being teaching classes, and involved in that, talking about product, is actually riding product as well. We feel that's the best way to get a good idea of how to sell a bike. If you've ridden it, it's going to help out on the shop floor. So I get to go and ride my road bike with students along some of the lovely Surrey lanes that we have, and then also go out into the hills as well and hit the mountain bike trails, which is something I wish I could do more often, but since the roads are right out there, that is primarily where I am, but mountain biking is still where my heart lies. So one of the other aspects of SBCU is a class that we teach called Body Geometry Fit, and this is a process that we teach to dealers, and they then get to perform this service for customers, and it's just that, it's a service of fitting the bicycle to the rider to provide the best possible neutral for that rider on their machine, so they can ride for as long or as hard or as fast as they want, but in comfort. The Tour de France route for 2012 will, as ever, be a punishing jaunt on a bicycle. I mean, us as amateurs are going to find it pretty taxing. It's 3,500 kilometers, which is 2,200 miles in old money, and it will encompass rolling, beautiful French countryside. Hopefully we'll see plenty of people out on the side of the road cheering us on, but also there'll be those mountains to deal with as well, both the Alps and the Pyrenees, and there's a particular 2 stages that are going to be fairly grueling, and those are the ones which are also going to be ridden on the Étape stages as well. Certainly stage 16 looks like it's going to be the hardest of the lot. Part of my job is to ride bikes, and I love getting the chance to ride something new, and whether that be mountain bikes or road bikes, and for this year I will be riding the S-Works Venge predominantly throughout the season, which is the bike I will be taking on tour with me, and it is without question the fastest road bike I've ever ridden, and it is something else. This particular example of it is my own personal bike, and I've made a few changes to it. It's not how it would come spec'd. I particularly choose to ride Campagnolo, and we don't make the bikes with that on there, so I build a frame up. There's the TT chainrings on there as well, which I would say are not essential to any rider, but I think they look amazing, and I am just as much of a roadie in that sense as anybody else. The computer I have has been very kindly provided by Garmin, and this will be quite a nice piece of kit, as I hope to keep everyone enlightened as to how many calories I've burnt each day on tour, and how far I've gone, how fast, or potentially how slow I'm climbing up some of the mountains. But with everything on this bike, I've really got no excuse to not be making good headway, and certainly putting a decent pace down, albeit it's not a race, but I definitely don't want to be at the back of the pack. Why? I'm sure that's a question a lot of you are asking yourselves now, and why would I want to do something like this, to put my body through that kind of hell, which it will be at times, but as a cyclist and as an enthusiast, I can't think of anything more challenging than trying to attempt the route of the Tour de France. It's the pinnacle of cycling endurance, and the pros do it every single year, and a lot of them would say that it's one of the hardest things they've ever done. So as an amateur, to try and attempt it, I think is something else, and there will definitely be times when I will wish I never swung my leg over the bike in that morning, but there will also be times of jubilation, I have no doubt, and I'm really looking forward to those, and the chance to complete the whole distance will be truly something. So I'm very much looking forward to getting to Liège for the start of the tour, and then making my way 20 days through to Paris. Thanks for watching, and to keep up to date on my progress, you'll be able to find out all the details on the Specialized UK Facebook page. And if you're in a position to help support this worthwhile endeavour and the William Waits Memorial Trust, go to www.bemycharity.com/full DA. Thank you.